Good morning. This week's devotion is What's in a Song? On our last Wednesday before Christmas, I want to look at the meaning of the song, The 12 Days of Christmas. First, many people don't know what the days of the 12 days of Christmas are. It is not a shortened Advent calendar. It is not the 12 days leading up to Christmas. In 567, at the Council of Tours, the church declared the 12 days between Christmas and Epiphany, when we celebrate the arrival of the wise men, as a sacred season called Twelvetide. It was the Christmas celebration that followed Advent. So that is where the 12 days of Christmas come from. But what do partridges or milkmaids have to do with the celebration of Christmas? Oddly enough, both the Catholic Church and the Protestant Church claim that they wrote it as a way to teach catechism during the religious persecution. In England, from 1558 to 1829, it was illegal to be Roman Catholic. Any practice of the Catholic faith, public or private, was illegal. So the song was written to help young Catholic children learn their catechism without the authorities knowing. I've also heard the story in reverse, that in France it was illegal to be Protestant, and they wrote it to teach the catechism to their youth. It is set to a French folk song, but the first published copy of the song was in England in 1780, which may lead credence to the Catholic version of the story. So what does it mean? What was it trying to teach young children to remember when the church was being persecuted? Well, the first and maybe most important thing was, my true love is God, offering gifts to every baptized person. The first day of Twelvetide is Christmas Day itself. So the first day of Christmas in the song is Christmas Day. And the partridge in the pear tree represents Jesus, God's greatest gift to us. The second day, we get 2 turtle doves, which represent the Old and New Testaments in the Bible. The third day, we get 3 French hens, which are the 3 greatest virtues: faith, hope, and love. The fourth day, we get 4 calling birds, which are the 4 Gospels: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, that tell us the story of Jesus. The fifth day, we get 5 golden rings. These represent the first 5 books of the Bible, known as the Pentateuch, which tells us the story of God's people. Now, here is the first discrepancy I found in the meaning of the days. There are some traditions that say, instead of the first 5 books of the Bible, that these 5 rings represent God's love and grace for us. But that ignores the number 5, and it also cuts out part of our Jewish heritage from the song. The 6th day, we get 6 geese a-laying, which represents the 6 days of creation. The 7th day, we get 7 swans a-swimming. It also has 2 different interpretations. The first one is the 7 gifts of the Holy Spirit from Isaiah, or the second interpretation is the 7 sacraments of the Roman Catholic Church. 8 maids a-milking refer to the 8 Beatitudes in Jesus' Sermon on the Mount. 9 ladies dancing are the 9 fruits of the Holy Spirit from Paul's letter to Galatians. 10 lords a-leaping refer to the 10 Commandments. 11 pipers piping are the 11 faithful disciples. And finally, the 12th day, I also found 2 different interpretations. One is the 12 points covered in the Apostles' Creed. The other is the 12 tribes of Israel. Actually, I have always found setting something to music is a great way to help you memorize. So kudos to the church that found a way to teach and survive in the middle of great persecution. I hope you found this devotion enlightening, or at least enjoyable, and be very thankful that I decided to stop with the original version of the 12 Days of Christmas and decided not to continue on and dive into the VeggieTales version and try to figure out the meaning of the 12 Polish foods of Christmas. Have a blessed week and a Merry Christmas.